Number 29. 57 saves on 53 goals allowed, 5.518 save percentage. That's an overthrow. Matt Goodman's going to try and get it. He'll pick it up. Goodman on a run. Matt Goodman up ahead, 1-on-none. Goal for Viera. Matt Goodman on the ride. Joshua Thomas, but the putback by Matt Goodman in a frenzy. Gets his second goal of the night, number 22 on the season with 10:13 to go in the second quarter. And through a lot of hits. Absolutely. Face off again.
Rounds.
Won by Matt Denon. He's getting pestered. Needs some help from the wings. He gets it out to Connor Hoffman. Hoffman low. Matt Goodman cutting through. Low shot. And that's a goal and a hat trick for Matt Goodman.
Got to move the ball here.
Almonte open up top. Open down low. Cutting to the goal. Low shot and a goal. Number 5 of the night for Matt Goodman. Goodman moves it to Fisher. 2:45 to go. Outside to Almonte. Almonte cuts through. Low shot. Goal! Game winner, Landon Almonte! And the Hawks win it in overtime. 14-13. Hello everyone, I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network with our 2 Electric Tide co-players of the game for the Viera Hawks boys lacrosse team after an overtime win over Vero Beach, 14-13. And first of all, Mac, 5 goals tonight. You guys, 5 games in a row Vero Beach had won. This is a huge win for you guys and a big win. Talk about how it feels to win over Vero Beach.
Oh, it's crazy. You know, the past, 2 years we haven't beat them once. Like district finals last year, we were up, 9-7, 9-6. They came back, won at 13-9, so this felt really good.
Absolutely, and it was a tough, hard-fought game through 4 quarters. And Landon, you took that final shot. Walk us through it in overtime. You guys go man up off the trip. Just walk us through that play and how you're able to collapse for the goal.
Yeah, so I felt the guy on my backside, so I just kind of rolled under him, took the shot. I had my hands free. He over-pursued, so super lucky for me that he overdid it for me, gave me the free shot. So
absolutely, and in overtime, I mean, it doesn't get easy. And, you see them go on offense, Mac. You guys were down there. Talk about the save. Isaiah Garrett's come in here after losing Jackson Lynch. Isaiah Garrett makes the save late. Talk about how that defense was able to stand up in overtime.
Oh, I love Isaiah. He's a great kid. Losing Jackson and kind of we thought our season was over, but Isaiah came in and really showed us. And that save, it was, my heart dropped.
Absolutely. Garrett makes a big play there in overtime. And Landon, this was a 4-quarter game. It went back and forth throughout. First half to second half, you guys led throughout the way. It goes to overtime. Talk about your team's performance throughout this game.
for sure. So we definitely had some battles, as every team does. We don't have the most kids, but we definitely got a lot of fight. So we definitely didn't give up, and we definitely all played together. Couldn't have done it without any one of my teammates. Everyone played together, and that's really what brought this win together.
Absolutely. Team performance here. Now you guys are back up to 500. Got some tough games this week at Bishop Moore and Holy Trinity. Mac, in the locker room with the coaches and the players, what's the goals going forward for the rest of the season?
Man, just fight, keep fighting. Like the schedule we have, I feel like, we can play them. We have a really good game against them, and then come out here and we can win. So it's happy. It's fun. I couldn't do without them, though, like the boys.
Absolutely. And Landon, you guys looking good now, starting to hit your stride. If there's one thing, what do you think is the biggest strength of this year's Viera Hawks team?
Just having each other, honestly. I mean, yeah, we don't have this or we don't have that, but we definitely play with each other, and we play for each other, which is pretty big.
And Matt, going into practice the rest of this week, if there's one thing you think you guys need to work on, what's that one thing?
Stamina. with our depth chart and our numbers, stamina, but hey, that's what practice is for. So,
well, after a big game winner, Landon, you're going home. I don't know if anywhere is open at this time of night, but if you had to pick, what's the post-game dinner spot after a win?
B-dubs for sure. Always. Well,
Buffalo Wild Wings would be the spot. Final question for both of you. If you had to pick one word to describe this year's Viera Hawks team, what would that word be and why?
Ooh, I'm gonna go mentality.
Exciting.
Alrighty, and I'll say this was probably the most exciting game I've seen here in Brevard County. 14-13, Viera knocks off Vero Beach in overtime. And the water bath comes through for Landon Almonte and Matt Goodman. Our players of the game, the Electric Tide players of the game. I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network for Matt Goodman and Landon Almonte and the victorious Viera Hawks. Hello, everyone. I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network with the victorious head coach of the Viera High boys lacrosse team, Coach Bob Nunn. Coach, what a game. 5 straight games Vero Beach had won. Now you guys come back at a win in overtime. Talk about how it feels to pick up a win over the district rival.
We're fantastic. We were coming into all of the post before the last couple weeks.
playing real tough teams, but we felt like starting Friday to this Friday, we had 4 games. Really important for us to do well. We had a tough loss against Oak Hall in Gainesville, so we needed a win really bad because, we brush it off, and then we have to play Bishop Moore on Thursday, Holy Trinity on Friday. Always a tough game. So it was super important because they beat us in the district finals last year. We were up 10-2 in the finals last year and lost 15-10. So it was super important for our guys' confidence level to come out and really show these guys that we can win.
Absolutely, and this was a 4-quarter game, even into overtime. This game went back and forth, never really a control for either team. Talk about your team's performance and fighting through this one.
Well, we don't have a lot of guys, and they know what it takes. I talk to them all the time, is that there's a level of energy that they have to do every single game to win, and if they're not willing to do that, we're not going to be successful. And the guys are really just stepping up, and I was so proud of them in the 4th quarter and in overtime just to keep rolling. Our middies are they're two-way middies the whole game. They have to play offensive and defensive, man up, man down. So it's just boys in the boat. We just tear it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And Viera took a timeout right after winning the faceoff to start overtime. What did you tell your team going into overtime, and then through that timeout, what did you do to get them motivated?
Well, so what we did, we knew number 3 was going to get it because he's very good, and so we I switched in the second half to put my biggest man, Logan Viera, on him, and I just lean on him as much as he can. We'll do the early slide, and then Isaiah Garrett made the biggest save of the game. When he came around that corner, we knew he was going to go high, and he just made a big save, and that kind of really turned it up. That was really a turning point. I think in overtime, we came down, got a penalty, and scored. So really that stand right there was like the really turning point in the game.
Yeah, you mentioned that save by Isaiah Garrett. Garrett's come in here for Jackson Lynch when he got injured. Talk about Garrett's performance tonight and how he's been able to step into that role throughout this season.
Well, the first game was shaky, but then all the boys rally around him. They have confidence in him now. He is doing great on clears. He's seen a lot of rubber. He needs support from all of the team, and we're just rallying around him, and he's stepping up. We say goldfish. Goldfish don't have memories, and that's what he has to be. And he comes in there, and if he lets it go in, and we just say goldfish, and he's just really even keel, the complete opposite of Jackson. Jackson's the high energy guy. You have to check to see if Isaiah's alive sometimes in the goal because he is very, very laid back, which is just what we need right now. And so he's been a tremendous asset to the team, and we all love him and so appreciate him, his performance. Every single game he's doing a great job for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you guys break back up to 500 on the record. Talk about right now, what do you think that your team is doing best?
Just competing for 4 quarters, just the effort. Everybody's giving effort. They'll play offensive and defensive. I think the ball movement is next level. We are an elite team on the offensive end, not so much on the defensive end, so we really have to try hard. But, if we get possessions, we're going to score. We have a lot of guys coming back, player of the year last year. Our MVP from 2 years ago, Kyle Fisher. Matt Goodman is just fantastic. Aiden has come back. So we have a really, really good offensive team, and so if we can get them possessions, we feel confident that we're going to come through on the victory.
2 big games coming up this week against Bishop Moore and Holy Trinity. What's the one thing you think you guys need to improve on coming through the rest of this week?
Well, I think our help defense, clearing always. We're so much better at clearing than we were, but still clearing is always a challenge because we don't want to have a second possession when we're short-staffed, and then just help with defense. Moving the ball, and then on offense, if we are spaced correctly and moving the ball and moving in rotation because we move a lot, I think we'll be successful. And I expect to win both games, so we'll see what happens.
Final question, Coach. In the locker room with your players, what's the goal going for the rest of the season that you've set up?
Have fun.
No doubt, and the boys definitely had fun tonight as they win it in overtime, 14-13 over district rival Vero Beach. For Coach Bob Nunn, I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network. With daylight savings time change, the sun's going to be right in Viera's face, shooting to start. Low shot and a goal. Regardless, Matt Goodman, 50 seconds into the game. Dylan O'Halloran. Moving outside, Matt Goodman. Goodman rolls over the top, shot, and another goal for Matt Goodman. His second in the game on a rollback as he gets up to number 29 on the season. And the Hawks take the... He's going to roll through, looking for a cut, back up top. Shot top left corner, And a first quarter hat trick for Matt Goodman. And with 4:56 to go in the first quarter, Viera scored 5 in a row. And takes a lick high, and there will be a penalty that'll send Hawkins to the box. Quick feed up ahead. Fisher, backdoor, Almonte, last pass, goal. Matt Goodman, great unselfish lacrosse by Viera. And that last pass, backing in on number 33, just backing him down. Backside pass, Goodman, goal. Another goal for Matt Goodman. Low to high, top left corner.
Great
with 8
feed.
push from behind, flags come in, no whistles. Hoffman can run. So Viera can go man up here, but they're trying to score. Now, back across, backside, goal! Game winner, Matt Goodman! Double hat trick, and for the second time this week, Viera wins it in overtime. Hello, everybody. I'm Jackson Robb here for the Brevard Sports Network with our Martinez Construction players of the game for the Viera Hawks, Matt Goodman and Isaiah Garrett. Both you guys, this is your second overtime win in 1 week here. This one in the battle for Brevard over Holy Trinity. First of all, Max, 6 goals tonight, but the game winner. And again, the second time this week you guys have had that. Talk about what you saw there in overtime and how you were able to win the game.
Well, I mean, I think player that play, Kyle, he cut, drew my guy, Landon saw me on the skip, and just ripped it and closed my eyes. Hope for the best.
All worked out for the win in overtime. And look to you, Isaiah, 16 saves tonight. You had a big part in this defense and a big performance in this game. You know, when you're back there in the cage in overtime, you see Holy Trinity come down. What's going through your mind, and how do you stay calm in that situation?
Just know that I'm here to have fun. Win or lose, I'm having fun with the team, just excited to be here.
Absolutely, and keeping calm is huge, and in that moment, making plays. And for Mac, your team, this was a 4-quarter game. First quarter, big lead, and then it came close all the way the rest of the game. Talk about your team's performance in this game.
I thought, you know, what were we, 7-1, I believe, first quarter, but man, they came out tough that second quarter. We got caught by surprise, and yeah, it was a battle to the end. I just got to say that they have a tough team.
You know, Isaiah, this is your third game this week for you guys, and it was a strong 3 teams: Vero Beach, Bishop Moore, now Holy Trinity. How did you guys, battle through playing 3 games this week, and how did that wear on you?
I think we all just give 100%. We give all of our effort. We all strive to do our best. None of us are cutting back. We all just lay it all on the field. So I think that's how we can give 100% every time.
No doubt about it. And in this series has been back and forth recently. Mac, last season, Holy Trinity won this game. Now you guys come back. What does it mean to you to go out here and pick up a win tonight like that?
Oh, man, like, they're our Brevard County rivals. And when we scored that goal, it was just a bunch of relief. And I think we ended their 36 game streak, Brevard streak, and I'm proud of the boys.
Absolutely huge. And Isaiah, this season you've come in. Jackson Lynch went down earlier in the season. And, you've stepped up and had a big role in this team. Talk about how it's been for you stepping in, starting at goalie this year, and how you've liked it.
I've enjoyed it a lot, It's a little stressful, trying to fill Jackson Lynch's shoes, but I'm just having a lot of fun being out here with the guys and just do my best, leave it on the field.
I'd say you're doing a pretty great job, Mac, tonight. What do you think your team did best tonight that helped you get this win?
I think we played pretty fast. Stamina, I really think we had 4 kids on the bench, so I think we really, our energy was fine. I mean, we really, we saved our energy on defense, valued it on offense, and we gave defense a break, and we go back and forth like that.
And Isaiah, what is the one thing you think you guys need to work on going through and practice in next week?
I think we have a great team. I think we just got to get out of our own heads sometimes, but I think we're doing the best we can. I need to work on clears, but now I think we're doing a great job out here.
So the Hawks here, the big win in overtime over Holy Trinity to take the battle for Brevard for our 2 Martinez Construction player of the game, Matt Goodman and Isaiah Garrett. I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network. Hello, everyone. I'm Jackson Robb here for the Brevard Sports Network with our victorious head coach once again for the Viera Hawks boys lacrosse team. Coach Bob Nunn, as the Hawks pick up another overtime win over Holy Trinity, 16-15. First of all, Coach, this has become a cross-county rivalry. You pick up the win in overtime. Talk about how it feels and the emotions of winning this game.
Well, I love all those guys because I was a coach there for 5 years. So I was, I used to coach their goalie for many, many years. And so I like them. I love the way they play. It was hard fought. But we really we really felt like we needed to win this game. We haven't beat them since 2020, I think. So we haven't played them in a while, but they beat us last year. It was just heartbreak. So we really wanted to come in here, and we didn't know how much we had left after last night's game because, we were in it, and then we just ran out of gas last night. So I didn't know what to expect tonight. So just all hands on deck, and we tried a little different combinations. Gabe C. just ran defensive midi the whole game. It was just ridiculous. Connor, our new captain, he just ran all. It was just an impressive win.
Yeah, this game was a full 4-quarter and into overtime game. It was a big lead in the first quarter, and then it all came back, and it was neck and neck. Talk about your team's performance in this game.
Well, if we had possessions, I felt like we couldn't score every time, our offense. But what happened is that they really saw an avenue to get us was they jumped our face-off guy. And so probably for 2 quarters, he was really struggling. I was so proud of Matt that at the very end of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter, he really came back and he started to win them again. And that was really the change of the whole game, really. We knew that if we had possessions, we were going to win. If they had possessions, they were going to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I mentioned, you go to overtime back on Tuesday and win. Do you think that overtime game kind of gave you more experience in overtime for this game, or was it the same?
Well, I can't remember the last time we ever won a overtime game, and now we won 2. This group of guys is a little different. There's no quit in them, and so I think beating Viera, which we hadn't beaten in 6 games, that's over the span of 3 years, gave us a lot of confidence. So when we get into these situations, we just keep playing, and we know that the farther we go into the playoffs, we will see games like this, tight games that could go either way. So I'm really proud of the maturation that the kids are showing me. There's no quit in them, and I love this group of guys. They're really good.
Our player of the game tonight, Isaiah Garrett, 16 saves back there. We've talked about him before, but talk about his performance tonight, sticking back there in goal and holding down this game into overtime.
Well, sometimes, transition, he doesn't get help. He gets a lot of shots. And he takes a lot of punishment, and he never complains. He tries to make good passes on the clear, and I always tell him, hey, when the time is big, you make a big save, and he really does. He makes a big save in the big moment. He's very even keel. He's perfect for goalie, and we're just so proud of his process. He's getting better and better every game.
Yeah, in this game, it takes a lot to come out in a close game like that and win it. What do you think your team executed best tonight in order to win this game?
I think, the offense that we have, they know it's so good that they call their own shots, they call their own plays, they take advantage of the situation. And so I really believe that our offense is running on all cylinders. And so the rest of the guys are support to get the ball to our offense, and good things are going to happen. So I really feel like that's it. If we can control the possessions, if we can limit the other team's possession to one time, don't have a fail clear, get the possessions down to the offense, I think it's going to work out really good for us.
Talk about that offense, and I think this team plays a lot of very good wee ball as a team, and talk about the way they assist the ball to one another. It's not a lot of shots, it's a lot of assists, and talk about how that helps this offense run.
Well, that's, when I first hired Paul, that's really Paul Wilson, my assistant coach, my offensive coordinator, is that when I hired him, I said, I want to have a motion with more assists, and so we made a goal to have 200 assists this year, and so that's really what we're looking for. We have all of the kids are selfless. It's a one more kind of mentality, and so I feel because of that, it's hard to stop one guy. We don't have one guy. We have 6 guys, and so everybody knows that they're going to share the rock, and they try really hard to help each other do that.
Final question here. You got one game now before spring break. What do you think the one thing your team needs to do to go deep in the playoffs following spring break?
I actually feel we need to get healthy. We need to rest. We have had a brutal schedule. We have Merritt Island next week. Then we're free for 10 days. And then it's St. Ed's, Satellite, and Lake Mary. So we're not even, it's a gauntlet. So we're just going to try to get healthy the next 10 days to 14 days, and then we'll be back at it.
Absolutely, and another exhilarating win in overtime for the Viera Hawks as they knock off the cross-county rivals, the Holy Trinity Tigers, 16-15 for the winning head coach Bob Nunn. I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network.